Hey, real quick before we jump in. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not personalized financial, investment, tax, or legal advice. Estate planning involves important legal and financial decisions. Always talk to a qualified estate planning attorney before making any decisions. If you created a revocable living trust, but never funded it, there's a very real chance your family is still going through probate. And if that surprises you, it should. And here's the part most people miss. Creating the trust was the easy part. Making it actually work is where most families fail. A trust without funding is just paperwork. You don't lose protection because you didn't plan. You lose it because you stopped halfway. Picture this. You finally did it. You watched my last video, sat down with an estate planning attorney, and signed your revocable living trust. You walked out feeling proud. Your house, your 401k, and your savings now had real protection. But here's what happens to most families in the Piedmont Triad next. Nothing. The trust sits in a drawer. The house deed still says your name. The bank accounts are still in your personal name. And when the time comes, everything still goes through probate and Medicaid recovery just like before. You just spent $800 to $2,500 on something that doesn't work because you missed the single most important step, funding the trust. Thousands of working families in the Piedmont Triad make this exact mistake every year. They think, I have the trust now, I'm protected. But a trust is only as strong as the assets you put into it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to fund your revocable living trust the right way, step by step, with real examples you can follow this weekend. I'll show you what paperwork the bank and register of deeds actually want, the common mistakes that leave families exposed, and exactly what to do if you already have a trust sitting unfunded right now. If you're one of the many people who already created a trust but never finished the job, stay until the end. I have a simple fix for you. Let's make sure the protection you paid for actually works when your family needs it most. Let's talk real numbers again, because this mistake is expensive. A properly funded revocable living trust can save your family 2 to 7% plus in probate costs and months of delays. An unfunded trust? It's just an expensive folder of paper. And this is where families get hit the hardest. Not when they create the trust, but when their kids are sitting in probate court trying to figure out why nothing was protected. Fast forward 5 to 10 years. The trust is signed, but never funded. Your family is dealing with probate anyway. The house is delayed, the money is tied up, and everything you thought was protected isn't. Here's what happens when you skip funding. Your house still goes through probate. Medicaid can still place a lien on it after long-term care. Your kids wait 6 to 18 months to get anything while the court supervises everything. And this is the part families don't expect. They thought everything was handled. You lose the exact protection you thought you bought. I hear from families in the Triad all the time who say, "We had the trust drawn up years ago, but we never got around to changing the titles." Don't let that be you. The trust doesn't protect your assets. Ownership does. Here's the simplest way to think about this. If your asset isn't in the trust, it's not protected by the trust. Funding simply means retitling your assets into the name of the trust. John and Jane Doe, trustees of the John and Jane Doe Revocable Living Trust, dated today's date. Once an asset is in the trust, it bypasses probate and gets the protection you want. And in a minute, I'm going to show you the one step most people skip that completely breaks their plan. The good news? This is completely fixable. Now let's walk through exactly how to do it, slowly and clearly so you can follow along at home. Here's the practical walkthrough. Grab a notepad. We're going one asset at a time. Step 1. Your house or other real estate, most important asset. This step alone fixes 80% of the problem for most Triad families. Get a new deed prepared that transfers the house from your personal name into the trust name. Example wording: John Doe and Jane Doe, trustees of the John and Jane Doe Revocable Living Trust, dated March 15, 2026. Take the new deed to your county register of deeds. The filing fee is usually under $50. Pro tip: many attorneys include the deed in your package. If not, a title company or real estate attorney can prepare it for a few $100s. Step 2. Bank accounts, brokerage accounts, and CDs. Now, this next one is where most people mess up. Call or visit your bank or brokerage. Tell them you want to retitle the account into the trust. They will ask for a certification of trust, a short 1 to 2 page document your attorney can provide. Most institutions make this change in one visit or one phone call. Step 3. Vehicles. Optional for many families. If you skip this, the rest doesn't matter for your cars. You can transfer titles at the DMV, but talk to your insurance agent first. It can sometimes affect rates. Step 4. Personal property. Jewelry, furniture, collectibles, etc. This one is surprisingly easy. You don't need a document for every item. Simply attach a 1-page assignment of personal property schedule to your trust. Your attorney usually includes this. Step 5. Retirement accounts, 401k, IRA, etc. Now, this next step is where people accidentally create tax problems, so pay close attention here. Do not retitle these into the trust. It can trigger taxes and penalties. Instead, update the beneficiary designation to name the trust as primary or contingent. Review this with your financial advisor. Step 6. Life insurance and annuities. Name the trust as beneficiary if it fits your plan, usually just a simple form. While I walk through each step, I'll show real sample documents and simple animations so you can see exactly what the paperwork looks like. Now let's talk about the mistakes I see most often in the Piedmont. Top 3 funding mistakes. 1. Signing the trust but never retitling a single asset. The trust stays empty. 2. Forgetting to update beneficiary designations on retirement accounts and life insurance. 3. Not telling your successor trustee where the trust documents and certification of trust are kept. What to do if you already have a trust that's not funded. You're not alone. This is extremely common. Here's the fix. Pull out your trust document and look at the date it was signed. Go through the exact same retitling steps I just walked through. You do not need to create a new trust. You just need to finish funding the one you already have. If it's been a few years, have your attorney do a quick review, usually $200 to $400. To make this even easier, I created a free downloadable Revocable Living Trust funding checklist with every step, exact wording, and documents you'll need. Drop the word checklist in the comments right now, and I'll send you the direct link. Or email me at assetsoverexcuses@gmail.com. You didn't go through the process of creating a trust just for it to not work when your family needs it. You already started this. Now finish it. One final local example. A couple in High Point created their trust 2 years ago, but never funded it. After watching my last video, they spent one Saturday afternoon retitling the house and updating the bank accounts. When long-term care needs hit, the house stayed protected exactly as planned. You've come this far. You got out of debt. You built discipline. You created breathing room. Now finish the process and give your family true peace of mind. This is Assets Over Excuses. If this step-by-step guide helped, hit like, share it with one Piedmont Triad family who needs it, and subscribe so you don't miss the next practical video. Drop checklist in the comments right now, and I'll send you the free funding checklist. You can also email me anytime at assetsoverexcuses@gmail.com. Protection isn't about paperwork. It's about follow-through. And follow-through is what makes the plan work. You've earned the right to know your plan actually works. Let's make sure it does. Assets over excuses.